Hello, lovelies. I hope you guys are having a great day. It's MamaG here. You're watching MamaG Gear. I did a mistake. I actually did an entire video that I was recording while the man that lives here was here and he was watching TV. So I did a voiceover and hadn't pressed the voice record button. So I did the whole voiceover again. And it came out really good. And I showed in that how I put this sweater together without cutting and tying any ends, just using continuous skein. So there was no having to tuck ends in. And yeah, I accidentally deleted it. So I apologize. Next sweater, I'll try not to delete it while I'm doing it. But I was really trying to show, this is a sweater I'm making for my mother-in-law for Christmas. She doesn't watch the channel, so it's okay. And she doesn't care, even if she did. She knows she's getting it. And what I did was, of course, the back panel, then the two front pieces, which I didn't count any rows, so they do flap over, which is perfectly fine because she's bigger in the front than she is in the back. You know what I'm saying. So what I showed in the video is after I did the back piece, the back panel, and then I did the front panels. So I had a little bit of yarn left from the back panel, which I'm using to attach the top part on the shoulders. And then with these two balls of yarn, I went from the front panel and where the hooks were, because I did a half double crochet on this. So where I ended, I tied the continuous yarn piece to these end corners, did a stitch marker. Yeah, hello, brain work. Stitch marker, and then did a continuous chain up to where I thought the sleeve would start going. And then, as probably most of you know, and if you don't, this is a great tip, is when you're ending, like this is the end stitch, the last stitch, I literally just put a stitch hook marker in that loop so it won't unravel. Just a great tip. If you don't know it, that's a great tip. And I did that for the underarms. And then I did the same with the other ball on the other side. And again, like I said, chained that hook, that loop to the bottom, continuous, so there is no cutting, tying, and tucking in ends. And then again, up to the armpit where I put the hook, the stitch marker through that loop, the continuous loop, so I didn't have to worry about cutting and tying. And then in a circular motion, I just continued that ball of yarn to start the sleeves. And I did all this in the other tutorial and showed you, but I deleted it. But anyway, I guess it's just as well. So when I got to the armpit, I just do a chain stitch around the for the sleeve. First I do a chain stitch, regardless of what the stitch is, whether, and like this one's a half double, the other one I did, the last one I did was for her was a double crochet. I do a loose chain stitch, not sloppy loose, but loose enough because your half double is going to have more give than a chain. But see how there's so much give there? Because I did a nice loose chain stitch, oh, wrong direction, went all the way around, and then the next row. And at that point is when I count both sleeves, because I do not like to count my stitches, and I do not like to tie in ends. I find that when I tie in the ends and I tuck them in, the end always peeks through the right side of the yarn. So what I did was continued with the same ball without cutting and tying anything, going in a circular motion in the round. Ooh, hair. There's a dog hair. It freaks me out. How do I not have hair on anything in this house? It's either my hair or one of the pets or all the pets. So in a round, I just kept going, and I did my first decrease, and they backtrack because I do count. The only time I count is when I'm doing my original chain to start the panels, and then around the sleeve, because you want them to be even. I learned these because of mistakes that I've made, where I made one whole sleeve like 3 stitches different than the other sleeve, and I had to rip it out. If you've seen any of my past unconventional tutorials, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I've gotten down to this part of the sleeve where it's almost to the elbow, because it's going to drape over a little. And I did my first decrease, and that's what this hook is. This hook is just in there. It is the same amount of rows by holding them side to side as the other sleeve. And this is where I did my first decrease. And this one here is just holding it in place so I can continue. So far I've used back to 3 balls of yarn. I'm still working on the 3 balls of yarn. And I got the same going on with the other sleeve, where this one is the same as the yellow, same approximate length, and the first decrease, and this is holding that piece on there. Okay. By not counting rows this way, I found this is the actual inside of the wrong side of the sweater, which doesn't make a difference because it's half double. And I didn't count those, so this is a little bit like, you know, flapped over, like I said. I may do a rim, trim, brim, I don't know if all those terms apply, to the sweater, where I literally start at the back of the neck, go around, go up, go down the front panel on this side, go around the entire bottom, then come up the other side of the panel, and then back to the back of the neck. That gives it a little more width in the front. And also, if you do that a few times, it makes a nice little edge, but you could also make a little, you know, collar type thing on the back of the neck. So I might do that. I'm hoping that this is going to be enough space here for the neck for the sweater for my mother-in-law. Hope this is going to be wide enough too. I really should have measured stuff, but just didn't feel like it. If not, I bought 10 balls of this, so if I try this on and it looks like it's going to be small on her, she's a little bigger than I am. If it's going to be too small, I'll just make another one. It's not a big deal, but it won't be ready for Christmas, that I know. She's all right. Her 80th birthday's in February, so if I do have to do that, I'll just give it to her for her birthday. Anyway, so what I started doing is, these were not, the shoulder part was not attached when I did the sides and started the sleeves. I just connected the 2 ends of the corner and then did in around for the sleeves. And then I took one piece from what I had left over from the back panel, and that's the only tie I've had to tie and tuck thus far, except for the corner, the 3 corner, well, no, actually, yeah, the 3 corners. Always a dark dog bark. Stop it, Donk. And went around, I did a chain stitch going to where I thought maybe would be, you know, good size for the neck. And then went chain stitched on the back, and then started chain stitching on the other part. Like, as you see, there's a hole there. And then to finish off this join, I'm just, yeah, right? I'm not doing anything here. Hold on. Well, you know what I'm talking about. And I'm just trying to chain stitch the top pieces. One thing I did, the one big oops I did, besides delete the whole video, was when I started doing the sleeves, and this is going to go to there, and I'll tie that off. So there'll be a few ties and tucks, but not much. One thing I did do that I didn't realize until I had already gotten pretty far onto the sleeves is I'm crocheting in the round, but I'm crocheting this on the wrong side. This is the inside, the wrong side. And so what I'm doing, unfortunately, is this is the right side for the stitch, but it's going to actually be on the inside of the sweater. So that I did make a mistake. I should have, when I got to the armpit, I should have turned the sweater right side out and started doing the sleeves so that they were the same stitch. So what's going to happen is the sleeves, when this is right side out, the sleeves are going to have the wrong side of the stitch. But she probably won't notice, and I don't think she'd really care as long as it was keeping her warm. But I did, that was definitely a big mess up. Anyway, so that's the sweater that I'm working on. And I was trying to do like the Work It Wednesday, you know, like you guys, all that cool stuff. And like I said, I in my haste of wanting to voice over, the first voiceover, I did a mess up. I voiced it over again. I did this like at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then in my haste of trying to clean out the, because I only used the phone, the videos, I thought I had, I don't know. And I deleted it. But I did also want to show you my, it's going to be hard because I have you up. But this is the unicorn hat. Well, let me just take it off of there. I did post it on the community tab, but here's the unicorn hat I did. Whoa! I'm sorry. That just entertained me. And I just did my little twirlies that I love and did the mane with the twirlies. I might throw a few more on the bottom. I don't know, maybe not. I was going to put eyes on it, and I thought, I think it's enough. I think, you know, putting eyes on it might be a little overkill with the embellishments, but yeah, that's my little unicorn hat, right? Isn't that cute? And it fits me perfectly. I started another one. So I had, you know, being that I cracked open this yarn and I'm doing, this is 3 weight, but what I did was, if you saw before, I had 2 skeins of it from a mystery thing, and I doubled it up because I want this to be fairly stiff. This way it'll hold this better, the horn, and also keep your head warmer. So I'm making another one, but I'm making it more of a child size, because even though I'm a grown-up child, I thought this would be really cute for a kid. And not that it's not cute for a 63-year-old woman, but it shouldn't be. Anyway, so that's pretty much my Whip It Wednesdays that I messed up on. I haven't really been working on much else. Been doing other things. Got that, you know, at the time of this filming, I'm still prepping for our auction coming up this Sunday. And today, right now, is on a Thursday. So I'm going to click this off, and just wanted to update you on what I'm working on. And I didn't do much. But hey, I'm doing other things, you know? I've got other things going on in life. I'm not recording this, am I? I guess I am. All right, cool. Okay. Hey, sorry guys. Love you. Thank you so much. Don't forget to hit the like button. That's finding out that the algorithm loves those. And leave a comment, because remember, we're going to be having random video, random comment winners going on. And of course, by commenting, you're abiding by all the YouTube guidelines and agreements and all that. You must be 18 or older. I don't care where you live, because if I can't mail you the prize, we'll send you a monetary gift. And of course, we're not affiliated with YouTube or any other entity. So that's all that. And just in case, I'm just saying all this in case this is going to be one of the videos that I do randomly pick in the future. So for a giveaway. So don't forget to always comment, even if it's something small and quick, always comment. And we do appreciate the like buttons. That really does help all content creators. And yeah, I love you guys. Have a yarnolicious day, and be well, be happy, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.